couple yesterday out of Cali. And my bag from the valley bought me brand new balance. Better plan.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Patriots going up against the Bengals.
Larry, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
He finds an opening past the 40. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, it's a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Now they run with Mixon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. A swing pass caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. First and goal. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's a run with Mixon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being...
And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And they're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Elliott now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7th. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. There, maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down following the run. They'll set up a throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Well, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slam.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Mixon. They find some open field here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Mixon. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run here with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. I don't care if you're taking it in round one, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13. To throw here. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. First down carry here for Johnson. And some room to roam now. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. No. Check, Patriots.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Breaking the tackle, Gates. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They run the counter now on first down. They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
All right, here we go.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the Bengals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6.
Here we go.
Back to throw. To Mixon on the check down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous. It's because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
All right, now, look at 56. Here we go now. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that run.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Leopard! Now let's go! Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ross. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. He'll drop to throw. Going up top. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Second down, 8.
Green 39! Green 39! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Let's go! Good!
They'll set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Evans in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Check. Check 24. Check safety. Clear.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. Clean. All right, now look at 56. Look it. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriots. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. And Eifert has it. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Now a handoff looking right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now the Bengals on third down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Jake Elliott now to try the Bengals field goal. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 22-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Hurry up, here we go. No, check. Patrick, Leopard. Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, no, check. Patrick. Over. Leopard, let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Powell on the catch. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Set, clean,
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. First down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Andrew Billings in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Andrew Billings in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Gun. They'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now. 4 down. No. Check. Patriot. Under 10.
Looking to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Oh, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Check out, bro. Hurry up. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Blue landing.
They'll set up a throw. And able to find Dorsett. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 32-yard line. Fresh set of downs here.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right. That is right. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Detroit. Detroit. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity, usually get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Andrew Billings, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. And he motions the wide receiver. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
Now let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter in Philadelphia. And it was the Eagles that wound up winners in that one. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They come out here in the eye.
Green, 39. Green, touching now, Barney.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down at the 5-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And this seemingly endless drive continues. To Johnson again. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots get a score closer. Now for the point after. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all. And they're trying to get something going after one there. But you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On the toss, Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And some space here. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it at the 16.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.